Welcome back to Wellington International. My name is Ellen Sweetenham, and we are here for the $62,500 CSI 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup. This kicks off our WEF Challenge Cup for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. We're here on the Derby field this week. Our FEI jumping continuing on the Derby field like so in the past few weeks. Our hunters over in the stadium this week. Riders getting a new opportunity to be on the grass. We jumped on the grass field for week 2 and week 4 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. So many of these horse and rider combinations would have jumped on the grass already. Our first to kick off in this WEF Challenge Cup will be Peter Lutz. He is aboard Katrina. This is a 10-year-old mare by Cannon out of Amita. Catsy Cruz, our course designer today. This combination were 5th in a 4-star welcome stake in New York during the summer months. Also back in April of 2024, they were 2nd in the 2-star Grand Prix at Miami Beach, part of that Global Champions Tour, that leg that took place on the beach in Miami. As I said, Catsy Cruz, our course designer this week on the Derby field. Not like a few weeks ago we did a winning round format. Today that is not the case. Any clears will proceed to the jump off. Time allowed is set at 76 seconds. Just a plank coming home there with the 4 faults. And picking up 2 time faults also. Total there for Peter Lutz of 6 faults. That one fence coming down that last line, as well as picking up 2 time faults. As I said, that time allowed is set at 76 seconds, so just over that time allowed there for Peter Lutz. Today's class is kindly sponsored by Adequan. Adequan are the sponsors of our WEF Challenge Cup each week of the Winter Equestrian Festival. And our title sponsor of this week is Ida Developments. They will be the sponsor of our 3-star Grand Prix that will take place on the Derby field on Sunday. Next to take on Catsy Cruz's 3-star course will be Genevieve Meyer. She is aboard My Lord Miles. This is a 10-year-old gelding by My Lord Catargo out of Ticora. This combination spent their summer over in Europe. Genevieve trained by Helena Storman, so spending her summer months in Europe. Genevieve was one of our riders that came to us during pre-circuit, jumping at the 4-star level here with us over in the stadium before the Winter Equestrian Festival commenced. Already this season she's picked up some top placings, has jumped under the lights with this combination. During that pre-season circuit they had a top 10 finish in the 4-star speed that we had during the Holiday and Horses series. Genevieve, one of many riders that took that opportunity to come to us early during the late months of 2024 so she could prepare for the winter season here. Just that first part of that combination coming down there. Time allowed might be a little bit of an issue also. and 2 on the time also. So coming home there with that 12 jumping falls and 3 time falls for Genevieve Meyer on My Lord Miles. So 2 gone so far, 2 of them also outside that time allowed of 76 seconds. Our course builder typically has 3 riders to look at to decide if they choose to change the time allowed. So Katsy has that one more rider before she chooses to change the time allowed if she wishes. Next to take on this 3-star course will be Jorge Mate. He is aboard Chacolito. Just off vertical at 2 coming down there. Chacolito is a 12-year-old gelding by Chaco Fly out of Hestia. This combination were 4th in a 2-star 2-phase in Ocala in February of this year, so just a couple weeks ago. This is a previous ride of Dara Kenny. Dara picked up some top placings with this gelding during the summer months in New York. They were 2nd in a 3-star Grand Prix in New York during the fall. A newer ride for this combination. So still just getting to know each other and growing that relationship together. That's really the benefit of jumping here during the Winter Equestrian Festival, is you have the 13 weeks to kind of figure out your partnership. Just a little bit of a miscommunication coming down to the last oxer, but just regathering himself before he approaches that once more. Just how the horse just having a little look at that water tray. So just finishing up there on the 16 jumping falls and the 21 time falls, but of course that time falls occurring due to that circle at that last jump. Three gone so far. Our 4th to go will be Lucid Laurier. Still waiting on our first clear in this 3-star IDA Developments WEF Challenge Cup here for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. As I said, riders getting the opportunity to jump on the grass here. Something that is a big topic of conversation that gives riders the opportunity to jump both on grass and in the stadium on that sand. As I said, next to take it on is Lucy Laurier. She is aboard Jovaro N. This is an 11-year-old stallion by H5 Alvaro out of Marlona. This combination were the winners of a 4-star 1m42 phase in Ocala in the start of 2025. This stallion is a previous mount of James Arkins and Matt Williams. And closing out last year, they were 5th in a 2-star Grand Prix in New York, before coming down to us here in Wellington. Lacey, a very accomplished rider for the US, has jumped on several Senior Nations Cup teams. Really nice there, Lucy, giving us a clear in 71.70, so nicely inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. So our fourth ago gives us our first clear in today's 3-star WEF Challenge Cup. As I said, scene 4 so far, and Lucy Delorier just giving us our first clear. Next to take on this 3-star WEF Challenge Cup will be Max Watchman. Max is aboard Lexington. Max, one of our European-based riders, riding with Cian O'Connor at Carlswood Stables. Max came over to the US in the fall of last year, was part of some of that Major League Tour, so jumped in Mexico and then over in California before setting base up here in Wellington for the season. Has jumped on several Senior Nations Cup teams for Ireland. Was part of the Hickstead team with his brother Tom. Today he is aboard Lexington. This is an 11-year-old gelding by Utalon out of Cleopatra Z. Just unlucky that back bar of 6A coming down there. Together this combination were 7th in a 5-star winning round in Thermal. As I said, part of that Major League circuit. That Oxer at 8 coming down also. They were also 7th in a 3-star in Spain at the end of last year. As I said, part of Carlswood Stable, so spending some of their time in Spain before transitioning over to the US. Max coming home there with the 8 jumping falls and nicely inside that time allowed of 76 seconds, finishing up there in 74.56, with that Oxer at 6A coming down as well as a Oxer at 8. So a total of 8 falls there for Max Watchman. 5 gone, we have that one clear. Lucy Delorier is that clear. As I said, today is not run as a winning round, so all of our clears will return for the jump off, no matter how many of those we get. Next to take on this 3-star WEF Challenge Cup is Ben Mayer. Ben, of course, a highly accomplished rider. Individual gold at the Tokyo Olympics. Was part of Team GB that won gold at the Paris Olympics. Already picked up several top placings here already during WEF 2025. Today he's aboard Ginger Blue. This is a 14-year-old mare by Plot Blue out of Royal Rose. These two were winners of a 3-star in Birmingham at the end of 2024, so in October of last year. Also picked up a win in a 4-star big tour in Saint-Tropez. During a WEF 4, they had top placings in the 4-star 1m50 Classic on both Friday and Sunday. So picked up top placings in our Hermes 1m50 Classic during week 4. Just one more obstacle to go. Time looks good. Ben gives us our second clear and guarantees us a jump off in today's 3-star WEF Challenge Cup. So Ben Maher going clear there in 72.11. As I said, guaranteeing us a jump off today. 2 clears there from Lucy Delore and Ben Maher. Next to take on today's course will be Natalie Dean, student of Ben Maher. So you can just see him giving her a few pointers before she starts her round today. Natalie is aboard Crescendo MBZ today. Marigold Sport Horse is listed as the ownership of this 13-year-old gelding. Crescendo is by Clinton out of Girona BZ. This combination together were 5th in a 5-star winning round in Monterey in November of 2024. Also 4th in a 5-star in Hickstead in July of last year. Natalie really has a nice string of horses. She jumped under the lights last week, putting in a beautiful clear round. One of our riders that is part of both the Major League circuit as well as the GCT circuit. So very busy, spending a lot of time traveling and competing at a very high level. And really showing today Natalie going clear there in 74.70, so nicely inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. Giving us our 3rd clear, so 7 gone, 3 clears so far. Those clears coming from Lucy Delore, Ben Maher and Natalie Dean. We will see a total of 41 competitors today. We will take a drag break after our 21st, which is Jessica Springsteen. Next to take on this 3-star is Luis Fernando Lazabel. He is aboard Quick Chick 3. This is a 10-year-old mare by Quebrados out of Jade the 5th. Capital the 1st being the sire of the dam. That Oxer F5 coming down for the first time today. This combination together during WEF 2. They were 3rd in the 3-star WEF Challenge Cup. Those obstacles F5 and 7 coming down, so on that 8 fault so far. Previous mount of Mark Blumen, who picked up some top placings at a 5-star level in part of that Major League circuit during last year, so during the summer months. And then transitioning over to Luis. Coming home there on the 8 jumping falls, as well as those 2 time falls, finishing up in 77.97. As I said, that time allowed set at 76 seconds. So outside that time allowed with the 2 time falls. We have seen 8 riders so far. We have those 3 clears. Clears coming from Lucy Delorier, Ben Mayer and Natalie Dean. We now turn to Ireland's Jenny Rankin. Jenny is aboard Ibiza. Ibiza is a 12-year-old gelding by Echelon de Muse out of Watch Me Be. Indoctro being the sire of the dam. This combination together have been part of some Senior Nations Cup teams for Ireland. Also picked up some top placings at a 4-star level during the fall of last year. Jenny, another one of our riders that is based in Europe and chooses to come to us here in Wellington for the winter months. Just keeping an eye on that time out of 76 seconds. Coming home our last stretch now, just one more oxer to go. Unlucky that last oxer coming down there for Jenny Rankin, just finishing up there on the 4 falls, was inside that time allowed, so her time was 75.48. So inside that time allowed of 76 seconds, but unlucky just picking up that last oxer at fence 13 for Jenny Rankin on Ibiza. Next we will see Peter de Brabandier. He is aboard MTM Caden. This MTM Caden is a 10-year-old gelding by Costello out of Darvina. Katoki being the sire of the dam. This combination were the winners of a 3-star 2-face in Ocala in January of this year. Also one of our combinations that jumped during pre-season here with us. Picked up some top placings at that National Grand Prix. Peter riding for Marty Huggins Sport Horses. Just watching that time. Just inside that time, clear on there for Peter de Brabandier in a time of 75.99. That time allowed is set at 76 seconds, so just inside that time allowed there, giving us our 4th clear in today's 3-star WEF Challenge Cup. Peter will join Lisa Delorier, Ben Mayer and Natalie Dean so far our clears. Four clear so far. Next to take on this Cat Sea Cruise 3-star WEF Challenge Cup will be Skylar Riley. She is aboard Booster 13. Wolfstone Stables and Sales Incorporated listed as the ownership of this 9-year-old gelding. Just unfortunate with that vertical at 2 coming down. This 9-year-old gelding is by Barley out of online the 9th. This combination had a top 10 finish in a 2-star 2-face in September of last year. Skylar just retiring one of her very good horses, Robin de Pandel, a couple weeks ago. That was a horse she competed at the World Cup finals back in 2022. So just really focusing on bringing that new string up. And just that last oxer at 13 coming down also. Skylar finishing up there on the 12 jumping fault and 1 time fault. In 76.75. So we will not be seeing her back for the jump off today. One of our European riders that has picked up several top placings already this season. One of our riders that is definitely one to watch in any class that he enters. This is Belgium's Nicolas Philipparts. Nicola is aboard H&M Luna van der Rosenhof Z. This is a 13-year-old mare by Lavisto Z out of Intanta van der Rosenhof. For Pleasure being the sire of the dam. This pairing picked up wins in Monterey in November of last year. Winners of the 5-star GCT Grand Prix in Mexico in April of 2024. And already picked up some top placings during WEF this year. Unfortunately, with that fence coming down at 7, we will not see him back for the jump off today. As I said, we will do our jump off, or our Grand Prix, on Sunday here in the Derby field. And today is a qualifier for that Grand Prix. Nicola Philipparts coming home there with the 4 faults in 74.40, so nicely inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. Just unfortunately picking up that 4 faults at 7, that vertical after that Dodd Technologies double. We have those 4 clears so far, those 4 clears coming from Lucy Delorier, Ben Mayer, Natalie Dean and Peter de Brabandier. Next to take on this 3-star qualifier will be one of our younger competitors today. This is Zaina Rizvi. She is aboard Kung Fu Group, listed as the ownership of this 10-year-old gelding. Kung Fu is by Arazo VDL out of Valencia. Already picking up several wins and placings during the WEF season. They were the winners of the Under 25 Welcome back in week 2. Just unfortunate that back bar at 6 coming down for the second time today. They were also a third in the 2-star Grand Prix qualifier during WEF 4. Also one of our riders that spent some of her time in Europe, so was over in Spain during the fall of last year and picked up several top placings over there. As I said, Zaina, one of the youngest riders today, but also a very experienced rider, has jumped on several Senior Nations Cup teams for the US, training with the North Run team. Just a last Oxer coming down also, so Zaina just finishing up there on the 8 jumping falls in 74.13. That Oxer at 6 coming down, as well as that Oxer at fence 13. Next we transition back to Ireland. This is Philip McGuan. He is aboard Ophia HQ, Evergate Stables LLC, listed as the ownership. Philip is our 14th to go out of our expected 41 in today's class. Orphea is a 11-year-old mare by Emerald out of Ketoda, Van de Ekenhof. This 11-year-old mare competed with Emma Stroker at the Young Horse Championships back in 2019 in Lonican. Together, this pairing were 4th in the 3-star Grand Prix in November of last year during our Holiday and Horses series. Also picked up a top placing in a 3-star speed at the Silo Ridge Masters in the fall of 2024. Another one of our riders that was part of that Major League circuit. Philip giving us a very fast clear there in 73.78, so we will see him back for the jump off today. He joins our 4 already clears. Those 4 clears were Alicia Delorier, Ben Mayer, Natalie Dean, Peter the Brabandier, and now Philip McGuan. Next to take on this 3-star qualifier is Carly McCutcheon. She is aboard Ireland Blue. And C. Thompson listed as the ownership of this 14-year-old mare. This mare is by Choco Blue out of Appine. This mare competed at the League of Nations final in 2023 with Harry Charles. Picked up some top placings at that 5-star level with Harry Charles. And now transitioning over to Carly. WEF 4, so that was one of the weeks we were on the grass. They were second in the 2-star Grand Prix. a newer partnership for the two of these, so still learning the ropes. As I said, they were second in that 2-star Grand Prix. Just unfortunate that first part of that triple combination coming down. Carly finishing up there on the 4 jumping faults in 74.01. Just that first part of that triple combination at 11A coming down for Carly today. On those 5 clears so far, those clears coming from Lucy Delorier, Ben Marinelli, Dean, Peter de Brabandier, and Philip McGuan. We just saw Carly McCutcheon just picking up that 4 faults there. Lauren Fishner is next to go. She is aboard Consular Z. Consular Z is a 13-year-old gelding by Clara Ismo Z out of Africa. Akodo the first being the sire of the dam, so the sire of Africa. Having a successful West so far. This pairing had a top 10 finish in a 2-star Grand Prix back during WEF 4. So back on the Derby field that week, we jumped both the 4 stars and the 2 stars here. This combination also had a top 10 finish in a 3-star welcome stake in New York last year, or during the summer of last year. Just inside that time, Lauren going clear in 75.39, so she gives us our 6th clear today. Nicely inside that time limit of 76 seconds, so nicely there with 75.39. Lauren Fishner goes clear. She will join our already 5 clears. Now been a total of our 6 clears. Those clears, as I said, coming from Lucy Delorier, Ben Marinelli, Dean, Peter de Brabandier, Philip McGuan, and now Lauren Fishner. Our 17 to go. We have 5 more to see before our drag break today. This will be Sabrina LaFive. She is aboard RF Most Wanted. That first part of 3A coming down there for the first time today. This is a 12-year-old gelding. Already this season they picked up some top placings. They were 5th in a 2-star 1m40 during WEF 5, so last week. They also picked up some top placings in that under 25 series we have here during WEF of last year. Coming down our last line, just that early rail at 3A, sorry, coming down. And picking up that plank there at 12. And that Oxer 13 also coming down, so that's giving her a total of 12 jumping faults in 75.74. So just inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. Sabrina La 5 just finishing up there on the 12 jumping faults. On our 6 clear so far, next to take on this Catsi Cruise 3-star Grand Prix qualifier will be Kathleen Driscoll. She is aboard Hidalgo. Don Stewart listed as the ownership of this 12-year-old gelding. Hidalgo is a 12-year-old gelding by Katoki out of Quidam Olga M. Kathleen being one of the riders that spends her summer in Traverse City, so picking up several top placings there. Just picked up that Oxer at 5 coming down. She was second in a 3-star welcome stake in Traverse City last year. She also picked up third in a 3-star Grand Prix. Also winners of a 3-star welcome stake in Traverse City. So several top placings in Michigan this summer. In 2023, she was a leading international rider at Traverse City. Very super rider riding with Plain Bay. Just unlucky there, coming home there with the 4 jumping faults in a time of 75.36. So inside that time allowed of 76 seconds, just picking up that 4 faults for Kathleen Driscoll. We have 4 more to see before our midway drag break today. Eugenio Garza should be next to go. Eugenio is aboard Victor Finn DHZ. This is a 17-year-old gelding by Vitu out of Simagal. Staccato being the sire of Simagal. This combination also picking up some top placings during the WEF season so far. During WEF 4, they had a top 10 finish in the 2-star Grand Prix that was here on the grass. They were second in a 5-star ranking class in San Miguel in October of last year. Eugenio being one of the Paralympic riders that chooses to spend his time in Wellington. He bases with us for the fall and the winter months. Just coming home there on the 4 jumping faults in 71.87. For Eugenio Garza on Victor Finn DHZ. We go back to Ireland once again. We will see Ireland's Kevin Gallagher. He is aboard Ballerina Home. Ballerina Home is an 11-year-old mare by Baloo out of Castello Home. Kevin and this Danish warm blood had a very successful season in 2024. Picked up some top placings at that 3-star level in both Kentucky and Traverse City. Just unlucky that vertical at 2 coming down for the 3rd time today. Already during WEF they picked up some good placings. During WEF 4 they had a top 10 finish in the 4-star 1m40. As I said, 2024, very successful season for them. They were 4th in a 3-star welcome stake in Kentucky in September. And then Kevin, also one of our riders that chose to spend his fall months with us here in Wellington, jumping on our pre-season circuit during our 3-star and 4-star jumping, as well as many national classes we have here during the fall and winter months leading up to the Winter Equestrian Festival. That first part of that triple combination coming down also. Just keeping an eye on that time of 76 seconds. That plank once again causing an issue. And that oxer at 13. So Kevin finishes up there on the 20 jumping faults in 74.49. So inside that time allowed. Just picking up that 20 jumping faults there with Ballerina Home. We are going to do a quick touch up of the surface before we return for the second half of today's class. We have our 6 clears so far. Those clears coming from Lucy Delorier, Ben Marinelli, Dean, Peter the Brabandier, Philip McGuan and Lauren Fisher. As I said, quick touch up of the surface, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the as we resume the second half of this class.
At Deaver Golf Cars, we bring excitement to your golf car experience. We have an extensive range of new and refurbished inventory, and our team will fulfill all your sales, service, and rental needs. Whether you're teeing it up on the course, cruising through the neighborhood, or at the campground with family and friends, we have options to fit each and every lifestyle. Experience the Deaver difference, built on a tradition of excellence and service since 1978.
Bainbridge is a fully integrated multifamily real estate company that has developed and acquired more than 43,000 units, representing $8.1 billion in transactions since its inception. With over 650 associates nationally, Bainbridge engages in virtually every step of the real estate process, from development and construction to acquisition and disposition, asset management, and third-party management of multifamily real estate. Bainbridge is the 20th largest multifamily developer and 19th largest multifamily builder in the United States. Our team of experienced and knowledgeable professionals are devoted to creating exceptional living experiences for all of our residents and building lasting and mutually beneficial relationships with our partners and clients. Bainbridge is headquartered in Wellington, Florida, with offices and apartment communities in Florida, North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, Maryland, and Texas. To learn more, visit www.thebainbridgecompanies.com.
My first goal when I decided to be a professional, it's to become like the best horsewoman I can be. It's really important for me to find the balance with my family, with the horses, that is my passion. Work with the horses every day to do what I love. I used to have like one passion was the horses, and now I have two with my daughter. So I really want to have this balance in my life. I'm Marie Ecart, I'm a professional show jumper representing France, and I'm Lola's mom. Be mindful, be present, turn on your brain.
From no-drill mud flaps and water-repellent seat protectors to our laser-measured floor liners, WeatherTech has everything you need. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com, the ultimate protection for your vehicle.
Experience the true essence of equine serenity at Zen Elite Equestrian Center. At Zen Elite, horses and humans come together in perfect harmony. Located near the winter horse capital of the world, Wellington, Florida, our center offers unrivaled amenities designed to elevate your equestrian experience. Our facilities boast 32 stalls, 20,000 square foot covered arena, and a large outdoor arena with ESI footing. From grass paddocks to a luxurious horse gym and spa, we cater to every aspect of your horse's well-being. With top trainers in dressage and jumping, Zen Elite is the perfect place to pursue your equestrian goals. Our soul-soothing surroundings nurture the mind, body, and spirit of both horse and rider. At Zen Elite Equestrian Center, equestrian dreams thrive. Discover the harmony of horse and rider at Zen Elite Equestrian Center. Your journey begins here.
Welcome back to Wellington International. For week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival, we are here for the $62,500 CSI 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup here on the Derby field for our week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. We've already seen our first half of this class. We have our 6 clears, Our first in after our drag break will be Jessica Springsteen. She is aboard Cayman DuPont Z. This is a 10-year-old gelding by Cato III out of Donna Castello DuPont. Casal being the sire of the dam of this 10-year-old gelding. Already during the WEF circuit, picking up some top placings. They had a top 10 finish in a 2-star 1m40 during WEF 3. So that being over on the stadium. And today transitioning to our Derby field. Jessica already picking up several wins during the WEF 2025 circuit on her other mount, Naomi. Another one of our riders that has been a very key part of Team USA. Coming home there on the clear jumping, just unfortunately picking up the 2-time false there in 77.98. Relatively newer mount, so just picking up those 2-time falls there for Jessica Springsteen. We have our 6 clears from the first half of today's class. Those 6 clears being Lucy Delorier, Ben Mayer, Natalie Dean, Peter de Brabandier, Philip Mogwan, and Lauren Fisher. Next to take on this 3-star WEF Challenge Cup will be Marlon Little. She is aboard La Consta. La Contessa is a 9-year-old mare by license out of Coley. Together this combination a top 10 finish in Tryon in a 3-star Grand Prix during the fall of last year. Also were placed in that welcome stake the same week in Tryon. I think they finished up around 6th place. Marlon was our winner of our 2-star Grand Prix last week over in the stadium. She put in a very, very fast round over there. Just unfortunate that a fence at 12 coming down there, that plank causing an issue once again. So just finishing up there on the 4 falls there in 75.05 for Marilyn Little on La Contessa. Our 23rd to go today out of our expected 41. This will be Juan Gasper. He is aboard Odile VDM. 6 clear from the first half of today's 3-star WEF Challenge Cup, kindly sponsored by Adequan. Ida Developments being our title sponsor this week, also our Grand Prix sponsor that will take place here on the Derby field on Sunday. So this class playing as a qualifier for our Grand Prix on Sunday. Odile VDM is an 11-year-old gelding by Durant de Semeli out of Gotil Horta. This combination had some top 10 finishes in Ocala in January of this year at that 3-star level, so it was one of our riders that went up to Ocala to jump at that 3-star level and picked up some placings. This gelding is a previous mount of Juan Ortiz. Just coming down our last line, that time allowed is 76 seconds, so just keep an eye on that as he approaches the last line, but nicely inside there. Juan giving us a clear in 73.70, giving our first clear in the second half of today's class, and giving us our 7th clear overall in today's $62,500 CSI 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup here on the Derby Field for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Our 24th to go will be Lacey Gilbertson. Lacey is aboard Lulu MPS Z. Lulu is a 10-year-old mare by Lord Presley out of MOS Sweet Funky. This combination were the winners of a 3-star Grand Prix in Kentucky in September of last year. Also having a very successful 2024, picking top placings in both Michigan and Kentucky. Another one of our riders that has had a very successful season so far here in Wellington. Not only picking up some wins and placings with Lulu, but also picking up some placings with other mounts. Lacey coming home there on a clear round in 72.94. Also very fast clear round there for Lacey Gilbertson on Lulu MPS Z. That time allowed is 76 seconds, so nicely inside that time allowed for Lacey. They're giving us two back-to-back clears today. Next to take on today's 3-star WEF Challenge Cup will be Guillermo Dutrafoni. He is aboard Come on Van de Brabazier. This is a 10-year-old gelding by Ciro Z. van Pamel out of BZ van de Kranenburg. Picking up that back part of a 6A. Coming down for the third time today. This combination together were 5th in a 2-star in Rio de Janeiro in November of last year. Also were 3rd in a 4-star in Sao Paulo in August of 2024. On our 8 clears so far, 6 of those coming from the first half of today's class. That first part and the last part of that triple combination coming down also. I believe that's the first time we've seen that the third part coming down today. Finishing up there on the 12 jumping faults in a time of 75.91. So nicely inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. So just inside there with 75.91. But that 12 jumping faults in total. We return back to Ireland once again for Paul O'Shea. Paul is aboard the Eye Candy teams, Primo, CBI, Cornet. This is a 10-year-old mare by Cornet Oblensky. That Oxer at 1 coming down for the first time today there for Paul O'Shea. This 10-year-old mare is by Cornet Oblensky out of Sanit M. Sire of the dam being Diamond de Semeli. Paul and this Irish bred mare picked up some top results already during WEF. They had a top 10 finish in a 4-star 1m40 during WEF 4 here on the grass field. Previously were 3rd in a 3-star winning round in Ocala in December of last year. That back bar of that Duda Oxer coming down at 8. Paul, one of the Irish riders that bases himself here in the US now. Spending his winter months here in Wellington and spending a lot of his summer months up in New York. Coming home there on the 8 jumping faults and 4 time faults there for Paul O'Shea in a time of 79.52. Total of 12 faults in total for Paul O'Shea. That 8 jumping faults and those 4 time faults. Next we will see Israel's Daniel Blumen. He is aboard Capital L. On those 8 clears so far. Those 8 clears being Lucy Delorier, Ben Mayer, Natalie Dean, Peter de Brabandier, Philip McGuan, Lauren Fisher. And then 2 after the drag break, they would have been Juan Gasper and Lacey Gilbertson. As I said, next into the ring is Olympian Daniel Blumen. Capital L, his mount today. This is a 10-year-old mare by Cornet Oblensky out of Phenomenal. Back to back Cornet Oblensky horses there from both Paul O'Shea's mount and now Daniel Blumen's. This combination were clear in our Hermes 1m50 Classic during the premiere week here in Wellington International. That of course being jumped in the stadium. They picked up a 3rd place in a 4-star 2-phase in Ocala in February of this year, sorry. So early, a couple weeks ago, picking up some placings in Ocala. This is a previous mount of Megan Losser. Daniel giving us another clear, so giving our 9th clear today. He is clearing a time of 75.54, so nicely inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. So we have seen 7 after that drag break, and we have our 3 clears from those 7. Back-to-back Olympians, we have Aaron Ballard into the ring now. Competed at the Paris Olympics this year for Team Canada. Valentine Shalom, her mount today. Elon further listed as the ownership of this Irish bred mare. Valentine Shalom is an 11-year-old mare by Untouchable 27 out of Valentine Cross Keys. Dollar Demer listed as the sire of the dam of this Irish bred mare. This combination together had a top 10 finish in a 5-star 2 phase in October of last year. Second in a 2-star Grand Prix in Traverse City in September of 2024. Also were together during the WEF 2024 circuit, so picked up some top placings during circuit last year. There we go, back-to-back clears there. Aaron Ballard giving us a clear in 73.92. So giving us our 10th clear and our 4th clear after the midway drag break. So on those 10 clears so far, there's 10 clears coming from Lucy Delore, Ben Mayer, Natalie Dean, Peter de Brabandier, Philip McGuan, and Lauren Fisher, Juan Gasper, Lacey Gilbertson, Daniel Blumen, and Aaron Ballard that we just saw. Next to take on this 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup is Delaney Flynn. She is aboard Casina. Windsor Show Stables listed as the ownership of this 11-year-old mare. Casina is by Casalito out of Serona. This is a long-term partnership of Delaney, picking up several top placings together. At the end of last year, they were 5th in a 3-star Grand Prix in Kentucky, had top placings in New York at a 4-star level. Already in the 2025 season, they were 6th in a 3-star Grand Prix in Ocala in January. They were 4th in that Grand Prix qualifier the same week. And during WEF 4, they had a top 10 finish in the 4-star WEF Challenge Cup. So jumped on the Derby field already during WEF 4 and picked up some top placings. Delaney giving us a clear. They're our 3rd clear in a row. Delaney going clear in 74.03. So we will see her return for the jump off today of this CSI 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup. Our first of 10 remaining in this Adequan WEF Challenge Cup is Charlotte Jacobs. She is aboard Pablo C. North Star listed as the ownership of this Irish bride gelding. Pablo C is a 9-year-old gelding by Pollux de Musée out of Chano C. This is a newer combination for Charlotte, jumping it during WEF 2. Pablo is a previous mount. There's a little bit of a miscommunication, that back bar at 6A coming down, so Charlotte's just going to regather herself before approaching that double once again. Just waiting for that back bar to go back up. Just reapproaching 2, and just a bit of a wave of the hand there for Charlotte Jacobs. As I said, a newer mount for Charlotte, so still trying to learn and grow together. So I'm sure they'll take today as a learning experience and then just be able to apply that to their next round with us. Our 31st to go out of our expected 41 today will be Zoe Contour. She is aboard Louis LN. Stefex Stables listed as the ownership of this 11-year-old stallion. As I said, Louis Ellen is an 11-year-old stallion by Cannon out of Bijou. Cartina, the sire of the dam of this 11-year-old stallion. That vertical at 4 coming down for the second time today. This combination had a top 10 finish in a 2-star Grand Prix in Ocala in February of last year. They were the winners of a 5-star winning round in Thermal in December of 2024. And also had a top 10 finish in a 5-star in Monterey, closing out the end of 2024. So one of those riders that participated on that major league circuit, so picking up placings, as I said, in both California and Monterey. Coming home there on the 4 jumping faults at that vertical at 4 coming down, so just an early rail for Zoe Contour in 74.47, so nice inside that time limit of 76 seconds. We return to Ireland once again and we welcome in Christian Coyle. He is aboard Extravaganza Semeli. Christian, of course, part of the Coyle family. Daniel picking up a win in a 5-star yesterday in Ocala. Extravaganza Semeli owned by Alexis Bodo. This is an 11-year-old mare by Jamak out of Serena Velvet. Heartbreaker being the sire of the dam of this 11-year-old mare. This combination were 4th under the lights here in Wellington International during pre-circuit. Picked up some placings in New York this summer. Christian, one of our riders, bases himself here in Wellington for the winter months, and then bases himself up in New York during the spring and summer. Just the first two parts of that triple combination coming down today, and that plank causing another issue. Christian Coyle coming home there on the 12 jumping faults in 73.49. So nicely inside that time allowed, just unfortunate with the last line causing a bit of an issue for him. That plank at 12 being our obstacle that has come down the most in today's class. We are on 11 clears so far, those 11 clears being Lucy Delore, Ben Mayer, Natalie Dean, Peter de Brabandier, Philip McGuan, Lauren Fisher. Before the drag break, after the drag break, we had Juan Gasper, Lacey Gilbertson, Daniel Booman, Aaron Ballard, and Delaney Flynn. We still have 8 left to go in today's class. Nicole Walker will be the first of those. She is aboard her own Panther JVH. Panther JVH is a 10-year-old stallion by Le Blue Diamond van der Rosenhof out of Caprice. Toulon being the sire of the dam of this Belgian warm blood. Picked up placings during the 2024 circuit. They were 3rd in a 3-star Grand Prix in Kentucky in October of last year. Already a successful season in Wellington International. That back bar at 6 causing another issue. At that Dog Technologies Oxer coming into that double combination. As I said, already top placings during the Winter Equestrian Festival of 2025. They did a top 10 finish in the 2-star Grand Prix during WEF 3. So that was over in the Derby, or over in the stadium. So changing it up today, jumping on the Derby field. That first part of that triple combination coming down also. Nicely over that plank at 12, and then just our last oxer. Finishing up there on the 8 jumping falls and 2 time falls there for Nicole Walker. And a time of 77.58. As I said, time allowed is set at that 76 seconds. So those 2 time falls for Nicole Walker. Mimi Gotchman goes in next. She is aboard Cosmos BH. Gotchman Sport Horses LLC listed as the ownership of this 12-year-old stallion. This 12-year-old stallion is by Shalona Alpha Z out of Ada Z. Artozo Z being the sire of the dam of this 12-year-old stallion. Back in 2018, this horse competed at the Young Horse Championships in Lonican. A trusty partner of Mimi though. They had a top 10 finish in a 5-star welcome stake, or 5-star winning round in Tryon at the end of 2024. Mimi, a promising up-and-coming rider for Team USA. She was third in our 5-star under the lights last week. And there we go, giving us a beautiful clear round there for Mimi Gotchman in 73.13. So giving us 12 clears so far in this $62,500 CSI 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup. We have 7 left to go in today's WEF Challenge Cup. We have 11 returning so far for, or sorry, 12 returning so far for that jump off. As I said, still 7 left to go. The first of those will be Jessica Mendoza. She is aboard ICAP CLZ. Jessica is also listed as the ownership of her mount today. This is a 13-year gelding by I Am Special Demuse out of Attitude Z. Air Jordan being the sire of the dam. That oxer at 6A causing another issue. And that vertical at 7 coming down also. Jessica just really using this round as a learning experience for her mount today. Just making sure she has that control. This combination jumped at the 2024 World Cup Finals in Riyadh together. Also picked up some top placings during the WEF season already. Just a wave of the hand there for Jessica Mendoza. Those 3 obstacles coming down and then just choosing to retire on her amount, ICAP CLZ. On those 12 clears so far, those 12 clears coming from Lucy Delorier, Ben Mayer, Natalie Dean, Peter de Brabandier, Philip McGuan, Lauren Fitchner, Juan Gasper, Lacey Gilbertson, Daniel Booman, Aaron Ballard, and Delaney Flynn. 3 back-to-back clears there, and we also saw Mimi Gotchman going clear. Our first of 6 remaining will be Andrew Wells. He is aboard Idol H&H. Evergreen Stables LLC listed as the ownership. This is a 12-year-old gelding by Action Breaker out of Montana. Glenridge, the sire of the dam. Another one of our combinations that had a successful 2024 season. They had a top 10 finish in a 3-star 2-phase in Traverse City during the summer. Also top placings in a 4-star welcome stake in Old Salem. And during our preseason circuit, they were 3rd in the 3-star Grand Prix. Just looking at that time allowed is 76 seconds. So coming home clear. Yeah, Andrew Wells giving us another clear in 75.56. So giving us our 13th clear in today's class. Just inside that time allowed of 76 seconds, but nevertheless inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. Nicely clear in 75.76. Another one of our Irish riders comes into our ring today. This is Cormac Hanley. Cormac is aboard Heathman's Farms for Dad. This is a 9-year-old stallion by Fifth Lalome, out of La Vita. Land Joker being the sire of the dam. These two were second in a 3-star speed in Ocala in December of last year. That Oxford 6 causing another issue. Coming down, I believe, for the 7th time today. One of our obstacles that has come down the most. Cormac, another one of our riders that is based here in the US. Grew up riding at the pony level in Ireland, transitioned into horses. Horsey family, of course. And that Oxer at 13 coming down once again. So Cormac just finishing up there on the 12 jumping faults in 74.87. So inside that time allowed, just unfortunately picking up those 12 jumping faults. Back-to-back Irish riders. Next to take on this 3-star Grand Prix qualifier will be Bertram Allen. He is aboard Conquest de Rigo. Ballet Walter Stables LLC listed as the ownership of Bertram's Mountain today. This is a 9-year-old gelding by Fantomas de Muse out of De Milka. And Doctorow being the sire of the dam of this Belgian warm blood. End of 2024, they picked up some top placings in Spain together before coming over to us here in the US. One of their final shows in December of 2024, they were 5th in a 2-star in Lear. Combination together have already picked up some top placings during WEF 2025. They did a top 10 finish in a 4-star Grand Prix during WEF 3. And of course Bertram was the winner of our 3-star Dog Technologies speed yesterday on his other mount, Gary de Curie. Another clear around there, Bertram Allen giving us a clear in 74.59, so nicely inside that time allowed of 76 seconds. So Bertram gives us our 13th clear to return for our jump off today. We have our 3 remaining in the first round of this $62,500 Adequan WEF Challenge Cup for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Next to take on this Cat Sea Cruise 3-star course will be Eduardo de Menendez. He is aboard Orgi H5 Sport Horses LLC listed as the ownership. Corgi is an 11-year-old gelding by Vigo de Arslo STX out of Dorina. This combination together were fourth in a 5-star winning round in Thermal in December of last year, so closing their 2024 season out on a high. It is a previous mount of Jos Verlo. This is a newer mount for Eduardo. As I said, a previous mount of Jos. On those 13 clears so far, with those 2 left to go. Coming down our last line on that clear. And we have another clear round. Eduardo going clear in 72.61. Joining our already 13 clears. So giving us another clear to return for the jump off today. Correction, giving us our 15th clear. As I said, we have 2 left to go. The first of those 2 will be Beezy Madden. Beezy is aboard Abigail Wexner's Nairobi. Nairobi is a 10-year-old mare by Casalco out of Noval Cuisine. Sire of the dam is Landell. This mare is a previous mount of Kelly Allen. Beezy taking over the ride in 2024. They've jumped several 3-star Grand Prix together. They finished 3rd in a 2-star Grand Prix in Traverse City this summer. Also starting off their 2025 on a high, they were 2nd in a 4-star in Ocala in January of this year. Beezy, of course, a highly decorated Team USA rider. Competed at several Olympics, several Olympic medals. And there we go, 16 clear there, Beezy giving us a clear in 72.48. So just another clear around there to add to our list. Giving us our 16 clear, with 1 remaining for the first round of this $62,500 Adequan WEF Challenge Cup for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. We had 3 clears back to back there. Hoping to make it 4 clears back to back. Lucina Losa is next. Lucina Locio takes on today's 3-star Grand Prix qualifier with Lady Louise Jamen. Lady Louise Jamen is a 15-year-old mare by Landoro Jamen out of Carlito Jamen II. Jalisco Jamen being the sire of the dam of Lucina's mount today. Together, this combination a top 10 finish in a 5-star in Barcelona of last year. They also competed at the League of Nations final back in 2024. They were 4th in a 5-star in Hickstead in July. Winners of a 4-star Grand Prix in Chantilly during the summer of last year. And Lucina they were the winners of one of our 5-star Grand Prix during WEF 2024. And there we have a back-to-back clears there, giving us our 17th clear in today's 3-star Grand Prix qualifier. Really fast time there in 70.54, so definitely one to watch, and she will be the last to go on the jump off, so she's definitely one to watch during our jump off class. So as I said, 17 will return for the jump off. We are going to do a quick touch up of the surface, remove any jumps that we will not need for the jump off today, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the jump off of this 3-star Grand Prix qualifier here on the Derby field for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival.
At Deaver Golf Cars, we bring excitement to your golf car experience. We have an extensive range of new and refurbished inventory, and our team will fulfill all your sales, service, and rental needs. Whether you're teeing it up on the course, cruising through the neighborhood, or at the campground with family and friends, we have options to fit each and every lifestyle. Experience the Deaver difference, built on a tradition of excellence and service since 1978.
Bainbridge is a fully integrated multifamily real estate company that has developed and acquired more than 43,000 units, representing $8.1 billion in transactions since its inception. With over 650 associates nationally, Bainbridge engages in virtually every step of the real estate process, from development and construction to acquisition and disposition, asset management, and third-party management of multifamily real estate. Bainbridge is the 20th largest multifamily developer and 19th largest multifamily builder in the United States. Our team of experienced and knowledgeable professionals are devoted to creating exceptional living experiences for all of our residents and building lasting and mutually beneficial relationships with our partners and clients. Bainbridge is headquartered in Wellington, Florida, with offices and apartment communities in Florida, North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, Maryland, and Texas. To learn more, visit www.thebainbridgecompanies.com.
My first goal when I decided to be a professional, it's to become like the best horsewoman I can be. It's really important for me to find a balance with my family, with the horses, that is my passion. Work with the horses every day to do what I love. I used to have like one passion was the horses, and now I have two with my daughter. So I really want to have this balance in my life. I'm Marie Ecart, I'm a professional show jumper representing France, and I'm Lola's mom. Be mindful, be present, turn on your brain.
From no-drill mud flaps and water-repellent seat protectors to our laser-measured floor liners, WeatherTech has everything you need. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com, the ultimate protection for your vehicle.
Experience the true essence of equine serenity at Zen Elite Equestrian Center. At Zen Elite, horses and humans come together in perfect harmony. Located near the winter horse capital of the world, Wellington, Florida, our center offers unrivaled amenities designed to elevate your equestrian experience. Our facilities boast 32 stalls, 20,000 square foot covered arena, and a large outdoor arena with ESI footing. From grass paddocks to a luxurious horse gym and spa, we cater to every aspect of your horse's well-being. With top trainers in dressage and jumping, Zen Elite is the perfect place to pursue your equestrian goals. Our soul-soothing surroundings nurture the mind, body, and spirit of both horse and rider. At Zen Elite Equestrian Center, equestrian dreams thrive. Discover the harmony of horse and rider at Zen Elite Equestrian Center. Your journey begins here.
Welcome back to Wellington International. We're here for the jump off of the $62,500 CSI 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup. We will see a total of 16 return for the jump off. We had 17 clears in the first round. Lacey Gilbertson choosing to withdraw from the jump off today. Jump off course will begin over our fence at 4. It will go 4, rolling back to 5, then down to 6A and B, rolling back to part B of the triple combination, so just B remaining, that vertical in the middle. Rolling back down to fence 12, that originally was a plank, now a pole on top. And then rolling back to fence 15, which is a new obstacle in today's course, and lastly down to the Oxer at 16, also a new obstacle that will come into play for the jump off. First to take on that jump off course will be Lucy Delore. She is aboard a Jovaro N. As I said, starting over that vertical at 4, and then just coming to that Oxer at 5 like the first round. Down to this Dodd Technologies double. 6A causing a lot of issues in the first round, so it will be interesting to see how much it plays into the jump off. Then galloping across the Derby field to the middle part of that triple combination 11B. And then coming down to 12, also an issue in the first round, which was a plank, just coming down there for Lucy. And then rolling back to that new Adequan Oxer FN 15. And lastly, down to the Brain Juice Oxer FN 16. Lucy finishing up there on the 4 falls in 37.93. It's a nice fast time there for Lucy, but with 16 to go in the jump off, people kind of have to do pedal to the metal to try and get in that top placings. Our second to go in our jump off today will be Ben Mayer. Ben is aboard Ginger Blue. Put in a fast time in the first round, so will be interesting to see what he does in the jump off today. Ben, of course, a very fast rider, already picking up some top placings during the Winter Crushing Festival of 2025. Nice tight back to 5. And then rolling down to 6A and B, that Dodd Technologies double. Just picking up that back bar of that Oxer at 5A. That obstacle that came down one of the most in the first round. You can see Ben just steady up a little bit after that fence coming down. Just making sure that this is a positive round for his mount today. Over that Adequan Oxer at 15. And then lastly down to our Brain Juice Oxer at 16. Finishing there with the 4 falls in 42.98. So very much taking a little bit of a setback after that fence at 6A coming down for Ben Mayer and Ginger Blue. Next we will see Ben Mayer's student Natalie Dean. She will go next in. She is aboard Crescento MBZ. Natalie, one of our riders that is never counted out of a jump off, always very fast, always puts her best foot forward for these jump off classes. Nicely tight back to 5. I would have saw Ben having that, 5A down, so just taking a little bit of hold down it and then just opening up our canter to come across the ring to 11B. Nice and tight back to 15. And then just making sure she has that good canter down to that Brain Juice Oxer. Really nice there. Natalie giving us a double clear in 41.80, so slotting herself straight into that top spot. With 16 to jump in this jump off. We had our 2 that had gone first, had the offense each. So Natalie being our first double clear and a nice time in 41.80. Next to take on Natalie's time of 41.80 will be Peter de Brabandier. He is aboard MTN Caden. Time to beat is set by Natalie Dean, a double clear in 41.80. Nice and tight back to 5. And then just setting up to this Dodd Technologies double. As I said, caused a lot of issues in the first round, so something people have to be a little bit cautious of. That part B of the triple combination there. And then coming down to 12, as I said, replaced with a pole instead of a plank. Tight turn back to 15, and then just galloping home to this Brain Juice Oxer at 16. Peter giving us a clear and setting himself into the lead in 40.33, so over a second faster than Natalie Dean. Puts himself in the top spot for now, with 12 left to go in this jump off. Our first of our 2 Irish riders in today's jump off will be Philip McGuan. He is aboard Evergates Stables Orphea HQ. Once again, starting off with that Adequan vertical at 4. Nice and tight back to the Oxer at 5. And then just taking a little bit of a pull coming down to this Dodd Technologies double. Really galloping across the ring to this middle part of the triple combination. Keeping that rhythm to that 12. Before rolling back to the Adequan Oxer at 15. Then lastly galloping down to that Oxer at 16. There we go, slotting straight into lead there. Philip McGuan going double clear in 37.28, so slotting, cutting nearly 3 seconds off Peter's time. So puts himself directly in that top spot for the Irishman aboard Evergate Stables Orphea HQ. Five gone of the expected 16 to return for the jump off today. Lauren Fishner is next to take on Philip McGuan's time that he just set in 37.28. Currently in the lead. Philip is in the lead, with a time of 37.28. Peter de Brabandier in second in 40.33. And Natalie Dean in third in 41.80. All putting in double clear rounds today. As I said, Lauren Fishner in next. She is aboard Consular Z. Coming home to our last line, down to the new obstacle fence 16. That is that Brain Juice Oxer. Unlucky just having that down, so just a 4 false there in 41.99 there for Lauren Fishner. aboard Consular Z, slotting herself into 5th place as of now as our second fastest for falter. Lucy Deloria in 4th as our fastest for falter as of now. Next to take on Philip McGuan's time is Juan Pablo Gasper. He is aboard Ordeal VDM. Time to beat is set by Ireland's Philip McGuan in 37.28. Once again starting over that Adequan vertical at 4. Nice and tight back to the vertical or the Oxer at 5. Down to this Dodd Technologies double that caused a lot of issues in the first round. Less of an issue in the second round as of now. Cross to the middle part of that triple combination. Down to the vertical at 12. Rolling back to 15 and really needs to gallop now. With 4 seconds to come home to this Brain Juice Oxer. Not quite there. Clear around though in 38.41, putting himself in second place, a little over a second slower than Philip McGuan. So Juan slots into a second place as of now. We've seen 7 out of our expected 16 to return for the jump off, so we will have 9 left to go. The first of those 9 will be Israel's Daniel Blumen. He is aboard Capital L. Time to beat is set by Philip McGuan in 37.28. Philip was really tight back to this Oxer at 5. Down to this vertical at 12, as I said, replacing the plank with the pole. Fence 12 being one of the obstacles that came down the most in the first round today. Really beautiful double clear there by Daniel Blumen, putting himself into 3rd place in 39.54. Philip McGuan still in that top spot, and Juan Pablo Gaspar in 2nd, and now Daniel Blumen in 3rd. There's still 8 to go. The first of those 8 will be Canada's Erin Ballard. She is aboard Elon Furter's Mullintine Shalom. Time to beat is set by Philip McGuan in 37.28. Really needed to gallop across the ring now. Philip really making up some time to this middle part of 11B. And then just keeping that rhythm down to this big vertical at 12. Unfortunately just coming down there for Erin. And just you can see her setting up a little bit after having that pole down with the 5 double clear so far. Erin Ballard just coming home there on the 8 jumping falls in 41.07, slotting herself into 9th place as of now. With our 6 left to go in today's jump off, the first of those 6 will be Delaney Flynn. Delaney is aboard Casina. Windsor Show Stables listed as the ownership of this mare. This combination already picking up some top results on the Derby field this season. Time to beat is set by Philip McGuan in 37.28. Delaney coming nice and tight to that Oxer at 5. Really nicely through the double, and then just really opening up her canter across the ring to the part B of the original triple combination from our first round. And just tight turn back to a 15, and really just needs to open up coming down to the last Oxer at 16. Putting in a beautiful clear round there. Delaney slots into 5th place in 40.77. A nice double clear there by Delaney Flynn, as I said, slotting into 5th place. Philip McGuan still holds in that top spot in 37.28 with a 5 left to go in the jump off. Originally having 17 clears for the first round, Lacey Gilbertson and Lucina Lorenzo choosing to not return for the jump off today. Our 3rd place finisher from our 5-star Grand Prix last week under the lights is Mimi Gotchman. She returns today on Gotchman Sport Horses LLC's Cosmo BH. A fast combination. Mimi, of course, never count out of a jump off. Training with Dara Kenny and the Oakland Stables team. Time to beat is set by Phil McGuan in 37.28. Nice tight turn back to this Oxer at 15, and really just needs to gallop down to the last Oxer at 16. Philip really opening it up down this line. Really nice double clear there for Mimi Gotchman in 38.70. Slots herself into 3rd place as of now. Daniel Blumen slotting down into 4th. Philip McGon still in that top spot. So Mimi Gotchman going into 3rd in 38.70. Andrew Wells is the next to take on today's course built by Gatsy Cruise here on the Derby field for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Today's class kindly sponsored by Adequan. Ida Developments, of course, our title sponsor for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Our Grand Prix on Sunday here in the Derby field will be sponsored by Ida Developments. Next to take on today's jump off course will be Andrew Wells. He is aboard Idle H&H. Time to beat is set by Ireland's Philip McGuan in 37.28. Nicely through that double. A little bit of a roll at the second part, but got away with it. Cross the ring to this big vertical at 11B. down to the vertical at 12 and nice and tight back to 15 before really opening up down to the last oxer at 16, this brain juice oxer that was incorporated into the jump off today. Andrew coming home with a double clear in 39.69, starting himself into 5th place as of now with, I believe, 3 left to go on the jump off. Philip McGuan still in that top spot. 1 Pablo Gasper in 2nd, Mimi Gotchman in 3rd, Daniel Blumen in 4th, Andrew Wells slots into 5th, Peter de Brabandier in 6th, Delaney Flynn in 7th, Natalie Jean in 8th, Lucy's Laurier fastest for falter from the jump off so far in 9th, Lauren Fisher in 10th, Ben Mayer in 11th, and Aaron Ballard currently in 12th place. Our second of our 2 Irish riders in today's jump off will be Bertram Allen. He is aboard Conquest de Rigo. Ballywalter Stables listed as the ownership of Bertram's mount today. We'll see if the lead switches hands between the 2 Irish in today's jump off. Philip McGuan in the lead in 37.28. Bertram was the winner of yesterday's 3-star Dog Technologies speed class here on the Derby field with his other mount. Five seconds to come home. Not quite fast enough there. Bertram Allen going double clear in a time of 38.68, slotting himself into 3rd place. So Irish riders in 1st and 3rd as of now. We still have 2 left to go in the jump off. Philip McGuan is still in that top spot in 37.28. 1 Gasper in 2nd in 38.41, and Bertram Allen slots himself into 3rd in 38.68. Eduardo de Menezes is next to take on today's jump off. He is aboard Orgy. Time to beat is set by Ireland's Philip McGuan in 37.28. This is a really big strided horse, so makes it easier to make up that time across the ring. This line between 6 and the middle part of that triple combination. Really a time where he can make up some extra few seconds. Philip on a little bit of a smaller mount, so having to gallop a little bit more to make up time, but unfortunately just picking up that vertical at 12 coming down. Although replaced with a pole instead of a plank from the first round, that coming down, as well as our Adequan Oxer at fence 15. Finishing up there on the 8 jumping falls in 38.14, slotting himself into 13th place. A very fast time, however. If he cleared those 2 jumps, he would have been put into 2nd place. So it kind of shows how big the stride is of that horse. Didn't look like he was going too fast, but was still a very fast time. Our last to go in the jump off of today's $62,500 Adequan WEF Challenge Cup for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival will be Beezy Madden. Beezy is aboard Nairobi. Abigail Wexner listed as the ownership of Beezy's mount today. Time to beat is set by Ireland's Philip McGuan in 37.28. Beezy really making up some time across the ground today. And nice and tight back to the Adequan Oxer at fence 15. Really nice there, double clear on there for Beezy Madden in 39.09, slotting herself into 5th place. So today's winner will be Ireland's Philip McGuan. Second place is Juan Gasper. Third goes to Ireland's Bertram Allen. Fourth, Mimi Gotchman. Fifth, Beezy Madden. Sixth, Daniel Blumen. Seventh, Andrew Wells. Eighth, Peter the Brabandier. Ninth, going to Delaney Flynn. 10th, going to Nally Dean. 11 to Lucy Laurier. And 12 to Lauren Fishner. 13 going to Ben Mayer, 14 going to Eduardo de Menendez, and 15 going to Erin Ballard. Our two that chose not to return for the jump off today, Lacey Gilbertson and Lucina Losa. Two that withdrew from the jump off but are clears from the first round. That will conclude today's $62,500 CSI 3-star Adequan WEF Challenge Cup for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Before we close out today's live stream, we would like to say thank you to our sponsor. Our title sponsor for this week is Ida Development. You dream it, we build it. Visit our showroom between McGovero and International Showing Ring or visit idadevelopments.com. Today's sponsor of the WEF Challenge Cup is Adequan. Adequan, American Region Animal Health maker of Adequan Polysulfate Glycosaglocan, is a proud sponsor of today's Adequan WEF Challenge Cup. For over 30 years, Adequan has been trusted by veterinarians, trainers, and horse owners. Visit adequan.com to learn more. Presenting our live stream is Dodd Technologies, an industry leader in creative design and technical support services for sports, entertainment, corporate, and special events. Visit us online at doddtechnologies.com. USCF is also a supporting sponsor of our live stream, in partner with the support of the U.S. Equestrian Federation and the USCF Network. Thank you again for everybody for tuning in to watch today's WEF Challenge Cup for week 6 of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Don't forget, we will be back for our Grand Prix this Sunday. So not Saturday night, we'll be here on the Derby field for our Sunday Grand Prix, kindly presented by Ida Developments. I'm Ellen Sweetnam. Thank you again for joining me today, and we will be back on Sunday.
Bringing back our top 3 now for the presentation, round 6 of the Adequan WEF Challenge Series here at the Winter Equestrian Festival. American Regent Health, maker of Adequan IM, is proud to sponsor today's WEF Challenge Series. For over 30 years, Adequan has been trusted by veterinarians, by trainers, and by horse owners. Visit adequan.com to learn more. Wendy Stahl here for the presentation on behalf of Adequan as our top three make their way towards the Adequan Oxer. That's number 15 in the jump off for our presentation. Third place rider will be our first up for the presentation. Congratulations to the Irishman Bertram Allen, taking third. One of two Irishmen in the top three today. Bertram with the ride for Ballywalter Stables with the 9-year-old Belgian-bred gelding Conquest de Rigo to finish third overall. Now your second place rider, and the red rosette today goes to Mexico with Juan Pablo Gaspar riding for Five Pines Equestrian. The mount for the Mexican rider, an 11-year-old gelding by Diamant de Semeli. Juan Pablo Gaspar second today with Odile VDM. And your winner, it's Ireland's Philip McGuane for Evergate Stables, taking the top call this afternoon aboard the mare Orphea HQ. 11-year-old Belgian-bred mare by Emerald, guided by the Irishman to the top call in today's $62,500 Adequan WEF Challenge Cup. Lap of honor now for our top three, being led by the Irishman Philip McGuane, riding for Evergate Stables with the mare Orphea HQ. Best in a field of 41 for today's Adequan WEF Challenge on a time of 37.28, taking the top call by a little over a second for the Irish rider.